everyone. This is Dr. Radhika from Bhadrika College of Commerce and Arts, Hyderabad, Telangana, and I'm an associate professor teaching for PG. So today I'm going to take a class on financial risk management, which is one of the subjects of MBA. So, as we all know that risk arises in our life, it can be risk related to health as well as risk related to money. So, as we are discussing about financial risk management, we will talk about risk related to money. So, the basic concept of financial risk management is that it has been defined, or the meaning of this particular risk has been defined as an uncertainty of the income, or else it can be reduction in the returns of an organization, or in short, if you want to mention it as it is a variation in the returns of a organization or a investor or a particular individual person. So usually there will be a fluctuations in the returns, then you can say that is a risk. So the risk can be result in terms of increase in the returns or else decrease in the returns. So as traditionally we think that risk means a loss in the returns or reduction in the returns, but at times by going through this particular risk we may end up getting high returns also. So now we'll go to the definition of the risk. So it's an element which weakens or damages the corporate returns or cash flows over short term, medium term, or long term horizon. So basically, when you invest in some activity or invest in some project or invest in some shares and securities of an organization or into other organizations, so due to share market or due to the transactions in the share market, there will be an increase or decrease in the returns of the shares or the investment which we put in that particular company. So these returns can be short term or medium term or long term. So short term is nothing but usually when you go for investment in stocks and shares, so whatever returns or whatever effect you will have on the returns of those investments, they will be treated as short term risk or a short term effect on the returns. So if at all you have invested in your fixed assets, if at all you have invested in fixed assets or a particular project, so the result of that particular project may lead to increase in the profits or decrease in the profits. So that will be in a long term horizon. So as we all know that there is no guarantee for an individual life, so in the same way there is no guarantee for whatever the returns which you expect from your investments. So the non guaranteed aspect has been called as risk. So that risk we will estimate through certain techniques, and we try to take decisions to manage that particular risk. So usually we cannot exactly say that what is the amount of the return which you will be getting when the returns are volatile. But if at all you invest in fixed deposits or any other aspects where in advance if they mention the return, then you can say that this is the percentage of return we will be getting. But in certain investments the returns will be volatile, so they'll be fluctuating. So for that particular returns there is no guarantee that whatever returns you are expecting, uh, you may not get. So you may end up getting high returns than the expected one or low returns than the expected one. So in that situation the risk arises. So we need to calculate that particular risk, and we need to take proper decision to manage that particular risk so that we can earn maximum profits out of our investments. So that is the purpose for which we study financial risk management. Now there are different sources through which we will, or a company or investor will come across risk. So this arises the difference between actual returns and expected returns. So what do you call exactly the risk? So risk is nothing but in terms of formula, if you want to put forth, it is a difference between what you have expected and what has come out at the end. So that can be more than what you have expected, or the end results can be less than what you have expected. So there are different factors through which a particular individual or an organization will come across the risk. So there are different types of risks. Or risks have been classified in different ways. So there are three ways through which the risk has been classified. One is risk that need to be avoided, and risk that should be transferred, and risk that to be actively managed. So risk can be, in the sense, risk can be faced in different ways. So one of the ways is by avoiding that particular situation, you can overcome from that particular risk. So this is nothing but I'm a risk averse person. I don't want to lose my principal amount. So what I do, I'll not go for investment in stock shares where the prices will fluctuate and I'll get a loss out of it. So what I do, I'll go for an investment where my principal will be safe and I'll get an earning of minimum amount of return. So in that way, I'm avoiding the risk, or I'm not going towards such avenues where risk is there, and where there are chances of movement of my returns, or where there are chances of damage for my principal amount and return on that particular investment. And another way of management of risk is that transformation, or transferring the risk, not transformation, transferring the risk. In the sense, if you have invested in some asset, and you are by your analysis you will come across that your value of that particular asset is coming down, and you made an estimation that in future also its price will go down drastically. So what you will do, you will sell off that particular asset to somebody, and you will transfer your risk uh, to other person by selling or by transferring the ownership of one person to another person. So in that way, risk can be transferred from one party to another party. So the best example you can say, if you are investing in equity shares or any other securities of any particular company, and if they are traded in the stock market, due to various international decisions or various changes which takes place in the external environment, the market prices of shares will get affected. So if you feel that your company shares are getting affected, or the company in which you have invested will get affected because of certain external situations. Best example we can say as COVID. So due to that particular one, many industries, or you can say many industries, they stopped working, or the working speed has come down. So if you have invested in any of those fields which are getting affected because of the COVID, so what you have understood by your analysis, that continuously in this particular 4 months or 3 months of COVID, the prices of the shares are coming down where you have invested, or the company in which you have invested. So what you want to do, I want to transfer my ownership or my risk to other person. So you simply sell off that particular securities to the other party. By transferring your ownership from you to other person, you will transfer your risk. There is another way through which you can manage risk, is that actively managed. In the sense, if you feel that in the long run definitely your investment will earn a good amount of return, so you will try to manage the risk which you are having or you are facing right now. So the best example you can say that investment in portfolios, or else investment in mutual funds, wherein your amount of investment will be segregated or diversified into various sectors, like in equity certain percentage, in debt certain percentage. So if you invest in different fields, or different aspects, your risk will be managed. So in this way we can manage the risk. So this is all for today. Thank you all. Thank you once again.